Are those blow up holes still getting under your skin? Are you still having 1, 2, 3 of them in a round that just seems to destroy that amazing round that could have been because you had 15 amazing holes showing your potential and how good you can be, but you just have those little moments that just seem to escalate and snowball into this big blowout and it just destroys your card again? Well, today you're in luck. I'm going to go through one of the most typical situations I see amateur golfers in all the time, and yes, I was there as well when I was learning how to play this game properly. And this is a situation that I see people trying to do things that are just way beyond their pay grade. You know, they're trying to play a shot that they're probably not all that great at, not something that they've practiced a hell of a lot to be confident in, and they're trying to do it like a golf pro they've seen on television that week. The thing that you're going to do is you're going to be making these decisions based on probably what was a pretty bad shot before that. So this is short-siding yourself, right? So this means that the shortest distance between the pin and the green, and then you've missed the ball on that side. And that's one of the hardest situations to actually get the ball to finish close for your next shot. For any level of golfer, golf pros, everyone, it's a huge score killer. It's short-siding yourself in the first place. So the thing is, you've made the mistake back at the approach shot. You know, maybe you picked a pretty aggressive target and you went at that flag and you probably shouldn't have, and you just missed it, and now you're really pissed off because you thought you hit a pretty good shot and now you're in this terrible spot. Or maybe you actually were aiming at quite a good spot. You had the big wide open area on the green away from all the trouble, but you executed really badly, and hey, that happens, right? And you're pissed off about that because you were trying to control your golf swing and thinking you should be swinging perfectly every single time. That doesn't happen. And so you've hit it down there, and now all of a sudden the mindset is, oh no, here we go again. I'm about to stuff up another round. I'm about to have another blowout hole. I've just played, 12 amazing holes, and here I am in the same situation I was last time, and all these chains of thought are running through your head, and it's probably really affecting your state of mind. So one of the big things that we're going to talk about today, and I'm going to show you an example of me playing this exact type of shot. I'm playing the 5th hole at Emerald Lakes, and I've done exactly what I just talked about. I picked a pretty good target, but I made a terrible golf swing and it went way left, short-sided myself. So now I'm in deep rough. I've got a big slope I've got to go up, and then the pin's just on the other side of that slope, and it's downhill to there, and there's a bunker on the other side, and it's just a terrible spot. So one of the things that I used to try and do was, well, to try and get this ball close, I'd have to try and land it maybe, within a yard on the green and let it just trickle down perfectly and let it finish right next to the hole and try and make my par, and I'd try and hit that shot. But one of the problems with that is it's such a small margin for error with my landing spot that if I get it just slightly wrong, and particularly out of that rough where you just don't know what kind of contact you're going to get when it's sitting down, like you'll see in the video how far it's sitting down, is you don't know how it's going to come out. So if I don't know how it's going to come out, a lot of the time it just comes out very soft, lands on the slope, and then comes straight back into the divot I just made, or the bad situation I just was in. Or maybe I'll get a bit worried about that and it comes out really good, or it comes out with no spin on it at all and it goes jumping all the way over the back of the green and ends up in the bunker on the other side, or down a hill on the other side, or something like that. And that happens all the time. So what you see in this video, and I want you to look into it, is a very different kind of outlook on it. So the first thing I've done is I've dropped my expectations, dropped the ego. And as soon as I started doing that in my own golf game, one of the things that started happening as a pro golfer, or as a very good golfer, was I started to get rid of those doubles and triples in a round of golf. And bogeys don't kill a game of golf for a golf pro. Or maybe if you're a 30 handicapper, a double bogey doesn't kill you, but an 8 would, a quadruple or something like that. And a scrub or a hole where you don't get any points in Stableford or something like that really kills your scores. So what we're looking at here is how can we actually just get over that last shot, play a sensible shot, and just know that maybe if we're lucky, we do get a ball that finishes close to the hole, or maybe we hole a putt, but at worst, we want to be on the green and putting for a par and walking off with an easy bogey at worst. All right, that's the big one, is that it's not about how good your good shots are, it's about how good your bad shots are, is what Jack Nicklaus was famous for saying. So check this video out. It's a really good indication as to what you can very easily do in your very next game of golf to score so much better without any more practice. And the biggest ones are the questions you ask yourself and going through a good decision-making process. It's going to allow you to not be the punter who's putting his entire life savings on black on the roulette wheel hoping for that lucky spin, but instead maybe you start becoming the casino owner because he's the guy who's driving all the nice cars and he's the one who owns all the big houses and he's the one that the percentages come back to in the long run. So if you're interested in dropping your handicap and your scores over time, you need to get rid of blowout holes. This is a very simple way of being able to do it. If you like this, make sure you subscribe because I've got tons more, and in fact go back and have a look at all my old videos as well. well. And if you want even more, you can comment down below and I'll send you a link to join my newsletter, that I'm going to put out so much more valuable information like this, little checklists that you could possibly take with you on the golf course and have as a reminder on every single hole. You got a little golf coach sitting there with you giving you a reminder every time, or maybe your own best caddy. You could look at it like that. So if you'd like something like that, comment down below and I will send you a link to receive my newsletter. So in the meantime, enjoy this video and hang out to the end to see the kind of result I get. Cheers.
So this is where I've finished. I've short-sighted myself. I'm in deep rough, sitting down. This is easily a horrendous spot to be. Big slope up. My number one priority here is to get this thing out of that line somewhere on the green. And if I happen to end up anywhere near the hole, then it's a miracle. But that's not what I'm trying to do. And I'm definitely not aiming at the flag, because if I do and get it wrong, it's going to go too far on the other side as well. I'm going to aim a little bit right, which gives me a big wide open area of the green. I'm going to take my medicine again. I'm going to play this like a bunker shot, because there's no chance of me making clean contact on the back of that ball. So I'm going to open the club face, do a few practice swings here. I'm going to do a big enough swing that I could, almost like a bunker shot, hit the stand out onto the green. But in this case, it's grass, right? So this is a grass bunker, basically. That's what we're going with here. Club face open, him out to the right. Big swing to make sure I at least get it up onto the green. There we go, just like that. So I'm going to end up probably about a good 5 or 6 meters away, but I've got a putt for a par, and hopefully I'm not going to make any worse than a 4.
If you're enjoying what you're watching and you want to come and work with me in person, come and join me at the Gold Coast here in Australia. Have a golf holiday and break that bag golf and play the golf of your dreams in the space of 3 days. All the details are down below on my website. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Cheers.